Okay, in this video I'm going to be unboxing Biome 2024. This is a Kickstarter I've just received. Leone Grondler did the game, and it's got some gorgeous artwork. I'm just going to show you the back of the box first of all. Well, first of all, we've got 1 to 4 players, 60 to 90 minutes, 10 plus age range. So it's a tableau builder board game, so effectively a bit like Wingspan, I suppose you can say, where you're going to have cards out and they're going to have actions, and then you're going to hit combos. You've got resources, which I'll show you in a bit, which are very similar, and you've got these lovely little straw nests, actual real straw nests, that you put all your kind of like offspring on as well. It's got some quite unique mechanics which sound really good. I've managed to read the rule book and see what we've kind of got, but it's simultaneous turn-based play, so you've got a bit of speed up on each player's turn for that reason. But we'll open up and see what we get in this board game. So first of all, we've got the rule book in kind of like that large style format. No index, but quite nice. You've got how to play quick rules, which is very nice, so appreciate it for that. With what the icons of the card are, so this is really nice, and they've also produced their own how to play videos, which is nice as well, because a lot of people do like to watch, myself included, those videos of how to play rather than just read the rule book. The components, the setup, which is very nice, how to play, the different phases, so you've got different phases basically, but I'll show you in a bit. It's on the board game itself, so it's quite nice. They've put it on the game board itself, which is really nice. Then about action examples, which is actually quite a nice little addition, to be honest. So it tells you exactly what these things do, even though they're kind of self-explanatory. Then you've got advanced mode, which brings in 2 extra seasons to the standard game, and natural disasters mini expansion. Then you've got the solo mode, which is what I'll be showing a video of. I'll do a solo playthrough, which is hitting points. So it's done that way in terms of victory, rather than kind of a bot, as it were. And then it's about the Conservation Network and Linus Games partnership. This is very much 5% of profits to Biome sales have gone to Wildlife Conservation Network. And also it's looking at biodiversity, so very limited amounts of plastic in this board game, which is respectable, you know, from the cardboard in as itself. Anyway, the overall player board, the game board, not the individual player one. You got the standard size here, and then if we flip it over, we've got the advanced. Okay, and it's about this mostly here. So what you'll see here is you've got XX, so you don't bother with fall and winter, you just use spring and summer. These are the phases, so it tells you exactly what you need to do with the 3 different phases. You just use a Q to go down, 3 years in the game, 4 seasons for each of these. And what you're basically going to be doing is just hand limit, drawing 2 cards, collect your resources, play 1 card, do the seasonal event, depending which season you're in, and then activate a card. And you're only allowed to use that one time. So that card's ability one time. Then you've got the points track around the outside. So you start over here, you make your way around, you get some instant bonuses as you go around. It tells you what those instant bonuses are up here. You get the global achievement, and you'll get asymmetric achievements, I suppose. There's a deck of achievements that you'll place around the board that you're trying to achieve as well. There's also a little bit of a module where you're able to do secret objectives as well, or achievements as well. Then you got your deck of cards that you're going to be drawing from on there. Then you've got your player boards. You've got 4 of these. Very good card stock. They're not going to be broken anytime soon. Just the biome on the back. And there we go. So we've got our 3 different habitats: the marsh, the prairie, and the jungle. You've got your place for your resources. your coloured cubes, and the idea of an anytime exchange 2 for 1 on resources. Now the beauty of this, and I'll show you with some of the cards, so I'll keep one of these out so we can show with the cards, is it's all about adjacencies, orthogonal adjacencies in this game. So you're going to be placing out plants, so there could be habitats for the wildlife, and then you kind of make nests in those habitats. It's got some really cool, neat mechanics in the game. So we've got 4 of those player boards, as it's a 4-player deck. This is the natural disasters spinner, effectively. That should be better. Ooh. Nice little spinner, which will do things for that particular season, which is really cool. Okay, so now we've got the meat and potatoes of the thing, and it has beautiful components, but probably what you expect from a Kickstarter, right? So first of all, we've got these little nests. So these are apparently real straw nests, and they very much are. I think they've been sealed, obviously, but they are little straw nests to do things. That's very, very cute. Then we've got bags of components. We've probably got these silica gels in these, I imagine. Yes, we do. The desiccants. So in these little drawer bags, we've got, there we go. So we've got little leaves. In this one, so I think there are 6 resources. That one. So in this one we've got, the purple players cubes. So for the purple player, you've got your cubes and your score tracker. I think that was that circular one here. So, and it looks like we've got an orange thing as well. Oh, we've got orange and purple in here. Oh wow, okay, we've got more stuff. Right, we've got a D6, wooden D6. We've got a metal coin, heads or tails. Oh yeah, because there is some mechanics for heads and tails, and I appreciate that they've actually included the coin in there. We've got a feather, not really sure what for. Oh, the moon is for the seasons, and then the white cubes are to track the phases. And then we've got orange and purple. So I'm just going to put those to the side for a second. Okay, keep that bag separate because we've got more. I've just noticed we've got many more bags there to put our stuff in, so we can split up the player colours, I assume. Okay, what we've got in here, we've got yellow and blue player colours. So again, I'm just going to remove those. So that should be the 4 player colours. So now hopefully we're going to start to get some more of the resources you'll be able to see. Oh, hello. Oh, we've got 2 resources in here. That's the point. We've probably had 2 resources in here as well. Yes. So in here we've got rabbits and leaves. They are very cool. Look at those. Lovely little bits. Each marked with, wow. Okay. So let's put those in there. And then we'll just put these off to the side. And we've got, looks like fish and berries. You can obviously use these in Wingspan as well. Got fish and berries. Next we've got a bag full of chicks. So I'll put a couple of those back, so I know that's the chick bag. We've got loads of bags. We should have the other resources now. spiders and rats. Leaving process elimination, sunshine. Sunshine. Is it just a full bag of sunshine? I think it is. Yep, just a full bag of sunshine. Important for those plants, obviously. So let's just chuck in a couple of resources. As a demo. Okay, so put those on the player board. Let's see, we've got some yellow cubes in there as well. Right, okay. So that's the bags and the resources, and obviously you can put your 6 resources and then your player packs in there. You've still got a space here for the nests or whatever. So now we've got the cards and the card play. So again, economically, no cellophane wrap. They've used paper, which I do appreciate. Cardstock, extremely good, very thick cardstock. That should last a long time. And just to show the kind of artwork, so we've got the catals, red twig dogwood, rough horsetail. So it looks like a mix of, is that a photo? It looks like a mix of photos and stuff like that. So these are just plants. You can't, and they're on the, as you can see there, the marshland. The mangrove tree. Now the beauty of the mangrove tree is this is the cost it costs to basically plant it or play the card. Then these are the amount of nests that can go onto this mangrove tree. So I'll put that out here and I'll show you how that works in a sec. So we've got mangrove trees and bald cypress, and they have actions, all actions on them as well. And just a bit like, just to put the link to Wingspan, they've also talked about what they are, little common facts, which has been a common theme. So these look like all plants, sagebush, and they've got some, yeah, a mix of photos and pictures. I'm pretty sure that's a photo. It's an interesting take. A juniper tree. Right, so that looks like some plants. I'll put those down for now. So you've got the Philippine eagle. And you can see with the border where it belongs in terms of, what do you call it? There's a few different ways. So this is their habitat. Now, number 1 is the colour, but number 2 is the symbol, which I again appreciate. So those who are colourblind or struggle with colours, especially with the green and the orange, which are quite similar, you've got this square, kind of like diamond shape, I guess you can say, that you've got on the jungle. Then you've got a hexagon for the prairie and a circle for the marsh. So it's, I appreciate that. That's accessibility. This is the amount of chicks that it will supply into its nest, as you can see there, as we go along. So all the birds are different. Okay, the artwork's not as good as Wingspan, admittedly, but it's quite colourful. It's quite colourful. We've got some little stats and stuff on there as well. I do quite like that. A harp eagle. I definitely want eagle. And then you've got actions, or there's literally just that one. Philippine eagle. Okay, so that's not a predator. No point. This is a predator. So at the predation phase, which is one of the phases of the game, choose a player and resolve a predation roll on a nest in their jungle. So basically, it's a way that they basically eat the offspring, the chicks of other animals. So that's birds. So we're carrying on with the birds here. So we've got some marshland birds here, and some prairie birds, some jungle birds, and then we've got more trees, marshland trees, and so forth. This is the amount of victory points that you go on from the track when you do plant it, or play the card, as it were, for each marshland or this type of of plant. Yes, this type of plant. In your biome, get 3 things. So again, it's about building up your board and then hitting combos off it. A bit like Terraforming Mars and all those kinds of things. Tableau Builder, you know, Everdell, all that stuff. Yeah, more of that. Oh, Brazil nut tree. Look at that. That's awesome. Draw 2 cards and steal 2 sun from all players. All players may get 1 leaf from the supply. Rubber tree, water lily. So no, there's not loads and loads of these nest options available, but a good amount of cards, which I do appreciate. There is apparently some starter cards. I don't know where they are. Probably them actually. They're the only ones that say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Yeah, they are the starter cards. So I'll keep that deck out. Then we got some butterflies, or I guess insects. I don't know. Then we got some snakes. There's different types of animals, which I assume will trigger off. There we go. If you leave 3 snakes in your, or reptiles, I could just say, in your biome, reveal 7 from the main deck. If any of them are reptiles, get 8 victory points and discard the card. If none of them are reptiles, get 2 spiders and keep the card. So you're definitely going to be trying to trigger stuff on your board and keep things going. Okay, so that's the end of that deck. And then we've got changing conditions. So you're going to have, these are quite cool. So what you do with these, when you draw them, is you can play it on a marshland and it turns it into a prairie, or vice versa. So you're able to get more of one particular habitat into your thing, which is really cool. Looks like we've got some more predators this time. Maybe predators or animals. So these are different to birds, of course. So they don't lay eggs. But rabbits will always lay 6 rabbits, babies. Those are marshland. So you got like the muskrat, the panther, which is predator, stoats, minks. Obviously you got your rabbits. The prairie desman, marsh frogs. And then you've got more insects, more reptiles. You've even got an alligator. Jeez. I do appreciate this art. I do really like this art. I don't understand why they've got some photos, but you know, again, yeah. Oh no, that's not a photo. Golden eagle. Golden eagle. Choose and resolve a predation. Okay. Bat, fruit bat, kit fox. So you got loads of different animals, from elephants to giraffes in the prairie, obviously, to more rabbits, brown bear, and so forth. So loads of different things. More changing conditions. More change, and then you got your achievements. So you got your advanced achievements and your normal achievements. So, for example, the arborist. 4 or more trees with 1 or more, with 1 plus per, so 1 in each of your different 3 habitats. If you are first to this achievement, then you get 10 points. So you basically remember the board. There's going to be 3 achievements out on the board, so you just reveal those. Then you've got little cheat cards, round overview and legend, what all the different ones are. So you've got plants, which are flowers, trees, and miscellaneous plants. You've got animals, which are mammals, birds, reptiles, and miscellaneous animals. There we go, not insects. Then you've got round overview, with different biomes and everything else. What nesting is and predation. So these are 2 really important phases of the game. It's a shame they haven't got the advanced ones where it talks about the other one, migration and, can't remember, migration and hibernation or something like that. But this is nice. Excuse me. This is another way you're going to earn victory points effectively as well, so that's a really important part as well. And the final deck looks like more creatures, more animals and so forth, right, from rhinoceroses, bonobo, sloths, lots of mammals in here, jungle mammals, and then lots of jungle things, the anaconda, Nice. And then, is that the first one I've come across? You can have dual habitats. So again, very similar to Wingspan, where you can put them into different, a number of different. Oh, here they all are. So you got, and then you got more and more birds. There you go, and mammals. Always want to check underneath. No, nothing in this one. Nice little storage system. You know, just your standard storage system to keep things. But effectively, if I move that away just a second and move these over here. So what you've effectively got on your board is you've got spaces for your different resources, like so, and your player cubes. Then you're going to be placing out cards on your thing. So, for example, now I thought you had to, but that's not. I'm going to have to read this properly, but yeah, here comes the birds. So, let's say we've got the cedar waxwing. Now, I haven't got a tree here to put it, but you can actually place it here because it is adjacent to there. And then when you do effectively go to the nesting phase, you will put your 4 little chicks attaching those two. So that's one of the 2 places for the mangrove. So when you might get your there we go. So the hooded merganser, and then that can go, let's say, well, down here. And so when the nesting phase comes, you can look at all of your habitats, and then you can place that there with the 4 chicks in, and then you've got to wait. So the beauty of this game, if I bring out this board here, is you do the nesting phase. So you'll have basically, it's quite clever really, especially the standard game. So you'll have your first year, you'll go through this in full and basically start to set up your tableau. Winter, set up your tableau. Then you do nesting. So you then across your entire board, you start putting your nests out where you've got adjacency and you're able to do, okay? Then, and if we look at, should have kept these out. There they are. So if I bring this back again, so each habitat can hold up to 4 nests from neighbouring animals of the same habitat. Oh, sorry, my bad. So you can't do that then. I thought they said you could. Perhaps it has to be specific, so you can't actually do that. My fault. But anyway, rabbits can nest in any type. Birds can only nest in the thing that shows a nesting ability. I don't know why there's 2 on there. And each one can only depict a number of bird. Oh no, that's right. That can only hold 2 bird nests. That's right. Of the 4 nests, a thing you can hold up to 2, maybe bird nests. There we go. Of the 4 nests. Oh, okay. So let's say you had a rabbit. I don't think you get rabbits in the marshland though. So yeah, not sure how that's going to work. But anyway, so you do that. Then once you've done your nesting, whoops! Oh wow, that just happened. Be a little bit careful of the cardboard. It's only a thin layer on the back. Then in the summer, when you come around, you're going to do the predation and the feeding. So if we look at predation, players with a fuse point for each predator, and if you remember, there are some predators around, like the mink. So for each of those predators, pick an opponent's nest in the same habitat as the predator. Roll a die. If a die result is greater than the number of plants in the target habitat, yields a successful attack. And you're going to be discarding 2 and score 2. So what you do is you roll a dice. There's only 1 plant in that habitat, so it's going to be a guarantee. You take 2 away from that. Like that. So they lose 2, and that person gains 2 per baby. Okay. So it discards 2 of those and then scores 2 per baby. So effectively getting 4 points there. For the failure or no prey, then it's nothing for them to feed on, so you're going to draw 3 cards. I thought you gained points. There is a way. So basically, after that phase is gone, if I remember rightly, what happens then is then you score for these. So any that are left over, you will then score. The person with the nests, and you just move them all off the board, and that's the end of the year, and then you go again to the full, starting again, and you go through until either you get to the end of year 3, someone goes past, someone reaches 120 victory points, in which case you play out that season and then you finish, or someone completes a complete biome tableau. So all of your spaces are filled with animals, plants, and birds and everything else. And then you wait until the end of that round, that season, sorry, and then that's the end of turn. The person with the highest points of the score sheet will win. There is a joint win mechanic in this game. So if people are joint on points at the end of the game, they both win together. Okay, so whether you like that or not, it's up to you. So that is Biome, the board game. As I said, it's just been released and delivered through Kickstarter. I'm sure this will be coming out on retail soon, but I'm very keen to see how it plays. The similarities, I mean, there are stark similarities between Wingspan, of course, with the different habitats. You have actions, you have costs which pretty much are identical. You've got little stats on them as well, so there's lots of things which seem very similar, but I'll be very interested to see how this plays and how it is actually different. So until next time, keep gaming.